Hello guys, welcome to class 3 of Markup Chains. This will be a very important class because you will be able to understand at the end of this class how to apply the concepts in problems. You need to develop by solving a lot of problems. Otherwise, it will be a bit difficult when you go through the theory. Okay, so we'll solve some problems in this class. Let's get started. So this is the first problem. We'll solve 3 problems in today's class. Amit takes the course on stochastic process this year on each Sunday. Suppose there are 52 Sundays this year and 52 classes will be conducted. The class starts at 8 am early in the morning. So Amit is used to work until late at night and consequently sometimes misses the classes. His attendance behavior is such that he attends class depending only on whether he went to the latest class, the last class. If he attended the last class, then he goes to the class next time, it meets with probability half. If he didn't go to one class, then he goes to the next class with probability 3/4. Remember, these are the numbers. What it says is, suppose Amit, this is Amit, and he attended a class. The next time he so. Equally likely will attend the class or not attend the class. Here attending the class is 50%, not attending the class is 50%. If he attends a class, okay, this is what it says. See this one. Suppose he attends the class, one class, then there is a 50% probability that he will attend the next class. There is a 50% probability that he will not attend the next class. Consider another scenario. Suppose this Sunday he didn't attend. Next time he will make it sure that he will attend the class. So there is a greater probability. There is a 3/4 probability that he will attend the class, and there is a 1/4 probability. The total probability should be 1. Only 3/4 half are given. There is a 1/4 probability that he will not attend the class. Cross means he will not attend the class. These are the probabilities given. When we talk about markup chains, we will not worry about the previous classes. We will only worry about the last class. According to the last class, we will decide whether he will attend the next class or not. Here 52 weeks are there. So 52 Sundays are there. 52 classes are planned, but Amit is not prepared to attend all the classes. Describe the markup chain that models Amit's attendance. What is the probability that he will attend the 9th class if he attended the 7th class? See here. We are not interested in the first 6 classes. Given 7th class, you have to say something about the 9th class. Again, you see here, the gap is not one time period. There are 2 time periods here. 7, 8, 9. 7 to 8, 1. 8 to 9, 1. So, we have to do something more here. Now, this is typical class. Amit has to go here to attend the class. And now the states, normally you can say A, B, but these are useful numbers. Denote the numbers by 0 and 1. 0 means not attending a class. Not attending a class. 1 means attending a class. You can change these two also. Remember 0 and 1. Not means 0, 1 means attending a class. This Sunday he attended the class. what is the probability that he will attend the class next time? There is a 50% probability that he will attend the class next time. I'll not write a cross or a tick here because I've already denoted by numbers 1. 1 means attending, 0 means not attending. Okay, so 0, 1. So suppose he attended the class, next time he will be so. I mean, it's equally likely. He might attend, he might not attend. It's like tossing a coin. He will take a chance because he attended this class, he is quite confident and he thinks that maybe much of the repetitions will happen, so he will be able to manage. That way, he is not quite sure. However, if he didn't attend the class this Sunday, he will make it sure that he is there in the next class. For that, he gives a higher probability. With higher probability, he attends the class. That way it goes. Not attending to not attending, better we'll write this way, is 1 by 4, and then this is 3 by 4. 1. 0 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 1 to 1. If you want to write this in the form of a matrix, it will look like this. 0, 1, 0, 1. Let me write the probabilities. 0 to 0, 1 by 4. Then 0 to 1, 3 by 4. 1 to 0, 1 by 2. And 1 to 1, 1 by 2. And if you remember, normally we write here present and then future. However, it depends what you write. Here, I would like to write this week, and here present is this week and future is next week. Remember, the gap is 1 week here. It could be 1 week, 1 day, 1 year. This week here, next week here. Now the probabilities, if you see, it's 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 0 means, you know, not attending a class. 1 means attending a class. Remember this one. It's very important. You do the problem seriously, it's going to help you because you are developing now. There are two methods. I'll explain both the methods. We are interested in the 7th and 9th class. We are not interested in the past what happened, okay, starting from 0. Maybe there are many number of classes. Suppose this is 7th class and this is 9th class. Now Amit is here or here. Suppose this is 0 and this is 1. These are the two states. Not attending a class every week. This is 7th Sunday. This is 8th one. This is 9th one. So here 7th to 8th, that you will get from the matrix, the probabilities. These probabilities, these are the one step probabilities. These are already here. Will not worry. These probabilities are already here. 0 to 0, 0 to 1, even 1 to 0, 1 to 1. These probabilities are already there in the matrix, this matrix. From here also the same probabilities, because we are doing homogeneous, the probabilities will not change, same matrix. However, in the question we have to go from 7th to 9th, not from 7th to 8th. So we have to do a little bit calculation. What we will do here is, we'll try to find P square, matrix multiplication. From P matrix, we'll find P square matrix. So let me write here P and also we'll write method 1. There are two methods. Let me write P here. Zero to 0 here. 0 to 1 is high. 3 by 4, 1 by 4. Then we'll find P square here. This is simple matrix multiplication. Okay. So you write another P and then find P square. How can you find P square? You write another P here. 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Then matrix multiplication this way. This multiplied by this, then this multiplied by this multiplied by this. When I say this multiplied by this, you have to multiply these two, and then you have to add. So we'll not do all those stuff. You can do that. And finally, when you find P square, you can check it. Let me write here so that at least I will be able to write for you. This way you need to multiply 1 by 4, 1 by 4, that is 1 by 16, then 3 by 8. Okay, 1 by 16, 3 by 8. This will be 2 upon 16, 3, 5 upon 16. Okay. One upon 16, 3 upon 8, that is 6 upon 16. So 17 upon 16. And the second one, to 0, 1 to 1, 5 upon 8, 1 to 1, 5 upon 8. Then 1 to 0, 3 upon 8. 9 upon 16. 3 by 16, 3 by 4. So now if you check, this is our P, this is our P, and then this one is P square. Now remember here we said this week and next week. Now here this week probabilities, if you want you can write 0, 1 as well. This week probabilities, next to next week probabilities. Okay, so if you want to go from 7th to 9th, or maybe 9th to 11th, or 10th to 12th, or 0 to 2, it doesn't matter. We are dealing homogeneous Markov chains. The probabilities will not change. That is how we are multiplying P with P. We are not multiplying P1 with P2. Okay, so if you go to the question once again, the question says, describe the Markov chain that models Amit's attendance. What is the probability that he will attend the 9th class if he attended the 7th class? So we are interested in these two words, attended. So 1 to 1. Okay, you have to go from 1 to 1 in 2 time periods. If you want to go from 1 to 1 in 2 time periods, you have to find p square and then find the one where you will get that 1 to 1, that is 5 upon 8. The answer is 5 upon 8. So simply you find p square and you find the number, the associated number for 1 to 1. Attended the class. What is the probability that you will attend the class in 2 time steps, 2 time units, 2 time periods. Here 1 period, 1 unit, 1 time step is 1 week. That is what you need to remember. That's all, it's over. However, there is another method as well. You have to know both the methods. In this particular case, we can do by method 2 also. That is not always possible. In that case, we'll write the initial probability here. We are starting from here. Okay, so you need to know the initial probability. Where is Amit, here or here? Either he attended the class or he didn't attend the class. Given that he attended the class, that means he is here. So I will write the probabilities. I will write the probabilities 0 and 1. Again, there might be a confusion. 0 is not this 0. 0 is the probability that he is here. You can imagine 0 is A, suppose this is A state. A means didn't attend the class, attend the class. Attend the class is B. He attend the class is B, didn't attend the class is A. Okay. So what is the probability that if Amit is here? Because in this question, if you see what is given, attended 7th class. Attended 7th class, when we say, we'll say that Amit is here, 100% here. There is 100% probability. This is the probability. This is not 1. That's why I've denoted it by B. There is a 100% probability that Amit is in B state. There is a 0% probability that Amit is in A state. So you will come across the problems where you will get either 100% or 0%. In those cases, you will be able to do by method 2 as well. However, in cases where you have 60-40 initial probability distribution, or 50% 50%, or 30% 20%, whatever you have, you can write here. Sorry, I was a bit wrong. In the other case, if you see here, we found p square. We wanted to find 1 to 1. That one, okay, 1 to 1 means what? You were in 1. What is the probability that you will be in 1 after 1 time step here, after 2 time steps here? If you find p power 3 after 3 times, you will get. So this method 1, you will not be able to use every time. However, this method you can use every time, method 2, because you need to write the initial distribution, go on multiplying. In this case, the initial distribution is 0, 1. Then you write (3 upon 4), if you remember, 1 upon 4, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2. You have to multiply. 0, 1, when you multiply, you get half. Okay. These are the probabilities here. These are the probabilities here. Not 0, 1 state. These are the probability. The probability that Amit will be here is half. Probability that Amit will be here is half. Again, I am saying next time either you will attend the class or not attend the class. But now you are not here. You are here, somewhere here. You know whether Amit attended or not. You are finding the probabilities. It's like tossing a coin. Finally, it will be a head or a tail. But before tossing a coin, the probabilities are 50-50. That way. Don't get confused. This is very, very important. Next, you go from 1 by 2, 1 by 2. multiply once again, 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 1 by 4, that is 1 upon 8. 1 upon 8, this is 1 upon 4, that is 3 upon 8. Okay. And then 1 upon 2, 3 upon 4, that is 3 upon 8, and 1 upon 4, that is 2 upon 8. 3 to 5 upon 8. These are the probabilities. What you want this or this. Either you want this or you want this. What is this probability? If you remember, if you go to class 1 or 2, this probability, okay, these are the probability. What is the probability that you are here? What is the probability that you are here? See, what is the probability that you are here? What is the probability that Amit will be here? Now we are here and we are predicting. We are here and we are predicting. We know this behavior on this 7th Sunday, and we are saying what is the probability that Amit will be here. There is a 3 by 8 probability that Amit will be here. There is a 5 by 8 probability that Amit will be here. So we are here. We just crossed the 7th Sunday. Okay, we are on Monday or at the end of Sunday, and we are saying something about next to next Sunday. Okay, so we wanted this. We wanted this. So answer will be 5 by 8. And if you say we wanted this, that's fine, but we didn't want this. We wanted from this to this. From this we used here, and to this we got from the second number. This is the answer, 5 upon 8. Okay, I can draw this way. So in this particular example, you can use both the methods. You will be able to know after. Now let's go to the second part. Give an estimate of the number of classes Amit will attend and explain it. The question is, estimate of the number of classes Amit will attend and explain it. So for that, we want to know in the equilibrium state. In the equilibrium, whenever it's reached, we will do more about that. The stationarity we say. Then the probabilities will no more change. The probabilities will remain the same. And we have a theorem. We'll go through that in the subsequent classes. Every finite Markov chain will have at least one stationary distribution. You will have a stationary distribution. That means probabilities will not change. If you see the probabilities, they are changing. If you see the probabilities from this one, they are changing, right? So if you check here, 0, 1, half, half, they are changing. 3 by 8, 5 by 8, 0 probabilities, okay, not states. 0, 1, half, half, 3 by 8, 5 by 8. That way these are changing. But in the long run, the probabilities will not change. When the probabilities will not change, then what will happen? We don't know the time when it will happen, but we have to see that it should occur before the 1 year, okay? But we don't know. Let's try. Suppose the probabilities are 5 by 8, 3 by 8. If you multiply with the matrix, you will get here. And you pick up any time point. Suppose here the probabilities are there, and when you multiply the matrix, you will get the same probabilities. When that will happen, we'll check mathematically. You should get xy. Remember, it changed. We started with 1 0, and 100% 0%, if you remember. We got half up here, changed. Now we don't want any change, that's why I have taken xy, xy, xy. And you write this one, whatever matrix we used, 1 by 4, 3 by 4, half half, 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, and find the stationary state distribution. It's very easy. Let me write the equations here. X plus y will be 1, that is always there. You will get two more equations from here. This is x by 4 plus y by 2, that will be equal to x. You have to solve these two equations. You will get another equation, though you have to take one. This multiplied by this, you will get this one. This multiplied by this, you will get this one. There is a dependency between these two. So both the equations are not useful. I have taken the first one. So from here, x minus x by 4, that is 3x by 4 is equal to y upon 2. Then that means 6x is equal to 4y. So I can do this way. In 4y, I will put 6x. So 10x will be 4. X will be 4 by 10, that's 2 by 5. And y is 3 upon 5. Okay. That means the probabilities are fixed now. 4 upon 10 will give 40%. This is 40% probability. And this is 60% probability. That means after a long time, what will happen? The probabilities will remain the same, 40%, 60%. Here this is 40%, this is 60%. 40%, 60%. It will no more change. So when you talk about 52 classes, attending 52 classes, this is attending, this is not attending, right? This is not attending classes probability, this is attending classes probability. If there is one class, 0.6 chance is there. There are 52 classes, okay? Every time 60% chance that you will attend in the long run. So 0.6 you multiply with 52. These are the number of classes. 31.2. So the estimate is that he will attend 31 classes out of 52 classes, because he is not attending classes regularly. That is the reason he will not attend the classes, and the estimation is because there is a 60% chance that he will attend one class out of 52 classes. The estimation is that he will ultimately attend 31 classes. And you will come across these type of problems, many problems. Okay, so number 1 is over now. Some more examples. When to use what? See this one. A computer system can operate in 2 different modes. Every hour it remains in the same mode or switches to a different mode according to the transition probability matrix given 0.4, 0.6, 0.6, 0.4. Compute the 2-step transition probability matrix. Same way, it's no different. If the system is in mode 1 at time 5:30 p.m. okay, 1 at 5:30 p.m. what is the probability that it will be in mode 1 at 8:30 p.m. So 1 to 1. 1 to 1 means it could go from 1 to 2, then it can come back, right? 2 different modes you can write 1 and 2. Suppose I write this way, 1 to here, 1 to here. So 1 to 1 in 1 hour is 0.4, 40% chance. In 1 hour is 0.4. But you have a time gap of 3 hours, 3 time periods. From 5:30 to 8:30, we have 3 time periods. It's not 1 hour. 1 hour means directly you can answer 1 to 1, 0.4. 1 to 2, 0.6. 2 to 2, 0.4 in one time period. They ask for 3 time periods. Okay, so I have to write 530, this one. Okay, the computer system, I have to write 530, 630, 730, 830. Let me write 530 here, 630 here, 730 here, 830 here, and I can write 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 whatever I want, 1 2 3 4 suppose, and the transition probabilities are given. Now you decide whether you can use both the methods or not. See here, if the system is in mode 1, 100% probability given, so you can use both the methods. If you don't know this, you are guessing this one, then you can use one method. Again, I am not going to that now, don't worry. Let's see how you can use both. We'll start with this 0 1 0 1. It's quite similar to the last problem. 0 1 0 1. 530 to 830. I think you have to find p power 3 here. Is it? Yeah, 530 to 830. Okay, so every hour 3 time periods are there. You need to find p power 3. P power 3 you need to find. So in one method you just find p power 3 and your answer will be, if you write 1 2, suppose you get A B C D, you know matrix multiplication, how to find p power 3. After finding p power 3, we don't need all the numbers, we need 1 to 1. Okay, only A will be the answer, here to here in 3 hours. It's not necessary that this is the only one, this is one option. This could be like this. I have denoted by 0 to 1 here. Okay, I am so sorry. There might be confusion if I write differently. Yeah, unfortunately in CS2 many places we use differently. Okay, here we have taken 1 to 2. Let's stick to 1 to 2 only. That will be good. Okay, so 1 to 1 we want, 1 to 1 here. Again I will change this, 1 to 1, 1 to 1 after 3 time periods. So either you find p power 3 and then A, you say A is the answer, or you start this way. Now here you are at 1, now you are here at 1, so there is a 100% probability. You write like this, 100%. What is the probability that here? No probability. Then you multiply this matrix, whatever it is, 0.4, 0.6, if I am not wrong. You can check once, multiply these two. Okay, and then you will get the probabilities here in the next step. These probabilities, whatever probabilities you will get, these probabilities you have to multiply once again. 0.4, 0.6, 0.6, 0.4. So when you multiply these two, you get 0.4 here and 1 0, and then 0.6 here, 0.4, 0.6. This is 0.56, this is 0.48, then 0.56, 0.48. You multiply it once again, and here when you multiply you will get the answer. So it will be 0.52, 0.48, 0.52, 0.48, multiply it with 0.4, 0.6, 0.6, 0.4, So when you do this, you have to do this way, multiplication. 52 you multiply it by 4, and then 48 6. And the second one, if you find, we need not find, it will be this, because total probability is 1. Here total probability is 1, here total probability is 1, here total probability is 1. I mean, they are the same. Here total probability is 1, here total probability is 1. If you want, you can write all probabilities. Here if you see, this is 0.496. So there is a probability 496 probability that computer state will be in this state, and there is a 0.504 probability that it will be here. So this is our answer. You can do this way as well. Now if you check, A will be 0.496. That is what you need to check. If you are doing by this method, A should be 0.496. that is for you to check. Okay, this problem is over. If you have any problem, you can ask. Now let's go to number 3. Here number 3 is a easy one, but yeah, you need to be perfect so that there won't be any problem later. The state space given 1 to 3, and here consider the discrete time Markov chain, alpha, beta 0, 3 by 4, 0, 1 by 4, alpha minus 7 by 20, 2 by 5, 1 by 5. These are the values given. Find the values of alpha and beta. Remember, when we go from here to here, from this place to this place, from 1, either you will go to 1 or 2 or 3. So if you sum up all these, that should be equal to 0. However, if you add these 3, the column wise, that might not be equal to 0. So I can write alpha plus beta, 1. Alpha plus beta is 1. And alpha minus 7 upon 20 plus 2 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5, that should be equal to 1. You have to solve these two equations. Once you solve these two equations, you will be able to know the values of alpha and beta. Here alpha is equal to 3 upon 4 and beta is equal to 1 upon 4. You can check it, it's very easy. Then the next question says, draw the transition graph of the Markov chain. Draw the transition graph of the Markov chain. Transition graph, if you want to draw, you can draw it once you get alpha 3 by 4. You just put 3 by 4 here, 1 by 4 here, 0 here. And then, though we say state diagram, these are the 3 states, 1, 2, 3, and 1 to 1 is alpha. Okay, 1 to 1 is, this is state diagram actually. 1 to 1 is alpha 3 upon 4. 1 to 2 is beta. 1 to 2 is beta 1 upon 4, that way. 1 to 3 is not there, so we will not draw anything. Then you start from 2. 2 to 1 is 3 by 4. You can write this way, 2 to 1 is 3 by 4. This is the state diagram. Then 2 to 2 is 0, will not draw anything. 2 to 3 is 1 by 4. 2 to 3 is 1 by 4. 2 to 2 is not there. Okay. Then you start from 3. 3 to 1 is alpha, you put here 3 by 4 minus 7 by 20. Then 3 to 2 is 2 by 5. 3 to 2 is 2 by 5. There is a 3 to 1 also, 1 by 5, 1 by 5. Okay. 3 to 1, 1 by 5. Then 3 to 3, this value I can easily know, because 2 by 5, 1 by 5, 3 by 5 is already there, it will be 2 by 5. If you put alpha here, you will get this also 2 by 5. So this is the state transition diagram. Now we'll go to this one later. This is not required now. This one, P3 Ij for Ij 1 to 3. This is the question. Okay. So for that, you need to find P square, and then you have already P. You multiply these two, you will get P3. That's all.